Fans, are you looking for a safe and fun youth basketball program this spring? Well, Junior Celtic Leagues at the Greater Boston and North Shore YMCA start March 1st. Each session includes a special event and training with the Celtics. So for more information, visit Celtics.com/JCYDL.
Performance Analytics presented by Putnam Investments. An active game plan helps you win on the parquet and off. Well, this was interesting. I hear a lot about the Celtic bench. Scoring 32. That's 26, okay. But their field goal percentage, second in the NBA. Yeah. Their three-point percentage, fifth in the NBA. So these guys, when they do get opportunities, they make shots. We see the Time Lord out there. We know he shoots a high percentage. Guys like Peyton Pritchard shoot a good percentage from three. So for a bench, I just think they need to find out ways to get more shots. Not selfishly and going out there and just trying to get more shots, but when they get an opportunity, they got to let it fly.
Beal finally misses a free throw. He's 6 of 7 in the quarter. Gets the roll on the second one. So the Wizards got to feel pretty good about themselves, Scal. It's a one-possession game.
No question. They only made 3 field goals. It's insane.
Tatum skips a pass. Ojale can't hit the shot. Rebound controlled by the Wizards, and here comes Beal again. Beal will play a lot. He'll play 30 plus, maybe 35 minutes, even though it's the second night of a back-to-back. Gets the layup. It's a one-point game. Teague arguably had his best game since opening night the other night against the Pacers.
Yeah, Brad Stevens talked about how he's been putting in a ton of work. Talk about a guy putting in a ton of work. Look at Brad Beal on this, the crossover. Just blows right by Peyton Pritchard. Nobody at the rim to help him out.
Westbrook has come back in. Abdia stays out there. (25-22). I think they got robbed. They got goaltend.
Yeah, I think he blocked it through the rim. So
Glenn gets the points.
My players, they're wondering where Rob Williams is when they get into that paint.
Pritchard misses a 3. Rebound batted around. Good hustle by Williams and saves it into Tatum, who gets fouled.
Rob Williams is so athletic. All right, let's go back to the defensive side of the ball. Alston goes up. There's Rob going through the rim. And then watch how graceful he is. Gets the tip. Ball's flying out of bounds. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. GMC like a pro. GMC, we are professional grade, and he certainly is.
Yeah, take a look, Mike. In the month of February, 21 dunks, 17 blocks. That's top 5 of guys coming off the bench in the whole entire NBA.
Good ball movement there. Nice rebound by Tatum. Ojale takes it in the paint. A little fall away, and he's going to get to the free throw line. We get a lot of free throws in this game.
Yeah, look at everyone held up to their shooters on the drive. Ojale sort of looked around. Goes up. There's the bump. You are not allowed to do that. Avia, MVP of the Israeli League.
Mm-hmm.
The youngest player ever to do that. Clearly, the rules are different there on the defensive end.
First player drafted from Israel, I believe. I believe. Not strongly, but I believe.
That's interesting. I
think he is.
Dick Leib, is that correct? Avdia, the first player drafted out of the Israeli league?
Oh, the first Israeli-born player.
Oh, it's the first Israeli-born player. Okay.
Yeah. Richer than when you came.
Ooh, Jason Tatum, having a good ending of his first quarter.
We're going to have 2 more free throws here as Len's going to get to the line.
Look at Jason Tatum. The second time he's come off this pick and roll. There's a step back. It's nice.
So Len's going to get a pair rather at the line, which is tough, down 7. Less than a minute to go, opening quarter. But looked like a really good under. He's not looking as good.
No, not at all. Well, a lot of free throws, though, Mike.
Tons. There have been tons. It's the Celtics have attempted 9 and 15 for the Wizards.
Ooh.
15 first quarter free throws. That was a little harsh. Westbrook with the follow.
That's a time lapse.
It was. Tatum gets some daylight. Gets 2.
And still, the Celtics have an opportunity. Yeah, that shot gave them a 2-for-1 opportunity. And we got 2 more free throws.
Len's going to be back at the line. You know, let me ask you, to go all the way back to that alley-oop from Kemba to Williams. Len was in the middle of that.
Yeah.
And he went for Kemba.
Yeah.
He's supposed to do that?
Ideally, you could play both. The best guys at that could bait Kemba into shooting. Leave their feet, challenge him, but not ever give up that lane.
Okay.
So if you're wondering why Alex Len is bounced around the NBA, when you look at this guy's big, he's talented, he's a halfway decent athlete. That right there in particular would be the reason why he cannot stick on a team.
Washington will get the ball one more time. They won't have much time when they do, but they might. Tatum has taken control of this game in the last 5 minutes. Mosley comes, gives him some relief. Nearly threw it in off the glass and nearly tipped it by Williams. No basket, no foul, says the official, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So what started out as a very slow basketball game has picked up speed, at least on the scoreboard. Lots of free throws being taken, and it's a 5-point game at the end of 1. Celtics with 33 on the board. The Wizards 28.
It might look like your body is crying, but these are tears of joy. Hear that? That's a mountain laughing at you. So come prepared with Kia Sportage. With available all-wheel drive, 237 horsepower, and 260 pound-feet of torque, and not in the less torque and horsepower-equipped Honda Sierra V Touring. So you can turn that...
This year.
In the history in the NBA this season?
This season, yep.
Not Celtics. This is all the NBA.
Most by any team this season in the NBA. 17 free throw attempts.
Jeez.
Dick Life says it's so. It is so.
If you can lock that in.
Tatum in traffic. Batted around. Oh, nice play. Ojale got the Celtics too there.
You're right, Mike. Great hustle play. Rob Williams keeping it alive. Ojale coming up to that board. And Tatum finishing it off.
Bertans right off the catch. Drills a three.
And he is tough now that he started making shots.
Pritchard. Finds Tatum. Teague takes it right in there and missed it. Rolled in, excuse me. Rolled in.
Yeah, good job by Teague. Teague has really improved, going to the basket, knocking down those floaters.
4-point game, 37-33. Westbrook in the lane again. Short this time.
Celtics, Jason Tatum. just because look at his silky smooth game. He reminds me of a younger version of me. He gets a shot off anytime he wants to. He got the step back. He has the three. He can get to the basket, finish with strength, athleticism, mid-range. That's one guy that definitely reminds me of myself. We're going to go to the next guy, Jimmy Butler, pure toughness. That's something I believe I brought to the game. Night in and night out, you know it's going to be a long night. No matter how much more talented you were than me, it didn't matter. You weren't going to outwork me because I'm going to bring that hard hat mentality every single night. And that's what Jimmy Butler brings. And last on the list, and people are probably going to get mad at this, but the people who are going to get mad at this really didn't follow my game. It's Luka Doncic. Yeah, I probably wasn't the passer he was. But check it out. If you watch his offensive game, there's not a spot on the floor he cannot get to. I know he's not the most athletic. He's not the fastest. But check this out. He gets his shot off every single time, anytime he wants. And that was the best part of my game. Wasn't the fastest, wasn't the most athletic, but trust me, I can get my shot off on anybody. And the last thing is he's clutch. There it is.
Okay. Here's my beef, though, Uncle P. Luka Doncic is a walking triple-double, and you averaged 3 assists during your career. That's the only thing. So do you have anything to say about that?
You're saying the way he scores the ball. The way he scores the ball. I didn't say I play like, but the way he scores the ball reminds me exactly on the way I
So
score.
I want to give my guy Paul Pierce some love. As somebody that took a lot of those buckets from him, I'm going to go each person that he mentioned. Number one, Jason Tatum has to play under his jersey and under his banner.
Yep.
I would like to see him go to the free throw line more. Jimmy Butler is willing to give up the ball. Paul Pierce shooting that thing. Paul Pierce shooting that thing. He ain't hesitating. What Jimmy is defensively, Paul is offensively.
Gotcha.
And Luka, I like what he's saying about how they move in their body types. Like, I ain't mad at that. And Paul Pierce has more game-winning shots than Michael Jordan.
Ooh, let it be known. Listen, Uncle P, there's a reason why you have your own studio. There's a reason why you have your own list that reminds yourself of yourself. Me and Jalen are just here to serve. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, if you want to see more of Uncle P's MVP favorite, make sure you check out our NBA Wednesday doubleheader on ESPN and the ESPN app. There he is, James Harden, the net, squaring off against his former team in the Houston Rockets. 7:30 Eastern, then it's Steph and the Warriors. They'll be taking on Dame and the Trailblazers, who are looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Our coverage starts with Stephen A's pregame Sports Center at 7 Eastern. Montrezl Harrell, he shot at least 50% in 14 straight games, J-Rose.
He has an underrated post game, in particular when he faces up on the left side. He can get buckets with the best of them coming off the bench.
NBA Countdown is presented by Mountain Dew, official sponsor of the NBA.
350 cash. Whatever you bet on, take it to the next level.
That's a win.
Take it to the next level. Don't chase your losses. Walk away. Gamble responsibly. Treat yourself at McCafe and we could treat you to free coffee for a year. Just buy any coffee on the My Macca's app and you could be one of 25 winners every day. Order on the My Macca's app for your chance to win.
Keeping your body in perfect shape isn't always easy. Fortunately, keeping your hair in perfect shape is. The Crew Cut exclusive to Shaver Shop with Japanese steel blades which cut in any direction. The Crew Cut from VS Sassoon, the clipper, has evolved.
Bob Jane T Martin's best price, best deals every day. Buy 3, get 1 free. Bridgestone passenger, SUV and Yokohama performance tyres. Up to $100 instant cashback on a massive range of great brand passenger, performance, SUV and 4x4 tyres. With Australia's largest range of tyres from just $59 and best tyre price guarantee. Plus alloy wheels from only $119. At Bob Jane T Mart's, we'll look after you.
Loving you is easy. Loving you is
fresh, natural Simmel, the easy-to-digest milk.
From rally to road, the all-new GR Yaris Rally. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
The big show, 9 teams, double-headers galore. There can only be one winner, and boys, it's an absolute feast of basketball. It's going to be very, very fun.
Himself. Oh! Nathan Sobey soars through the air. Oh my goodness, Bryce. Oh, nobody does it better than Bryce Thompson. Expect the awesome in NBL 21.
What's good, Australia?
It's what legends made. Unbelievable. We set the tone for the day. This is what it's all about. This is for you.
What time is it? You already know. Time to answer questions with championships. Time to be recognized, posterized, criticized.
They didn't show up in the big game.
It's time to get this thing started so we can see how it all ends.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross on ESPN2 in the ESPN app.
This ESPN telecast brought to you by Bob Jane T-Marts. Ask about their best tire price guarantee. They'll look after you.
Good night. Yes, sir. Know that I can't fall. Baby boy, get a big bank roll.
Playing some of the best Steph Curry basketball that we have seen.
I went up another level, know this ain't close. Ain't no competition, they are not a mention. There's a lot of distance, ain't nobody different.
James, look out! It's tomahawk throwdown.
Just go with it, just go with it. Going hella down with my friends. Going hella down with my friends. Going hella down with my friends. Going hella down with my friends.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
All right, the Warriors are in La La Land. Remember, the last time they played each other, the Lakers blew a 19-point lead against Golden State on January 18th. That was their largest blown lead in a game that LeBron James played in since they joined the team. Welcome back, Maria. We got Woj, we got Jalen, and we got Jay Will still with us. And let's walk that back. Let's talk about LeBron James. And again, he's doing it without AD, Jay Will. We've talked about what's been required of him. Let's talk about what he has to do here tonight.
I think for LeBron just has to continue to be LeBron, just be aggressive. I mean, look, in that last game, having Dennis Schroeder really helps because it allows him to play off of the ball. And also, there's times when the game becomes easier for him because of the scoring threat of a guy like Dennis Schroeder and the way everybody else reverts back to their roles. But I don't see LeBron stopping Jay Rose. People have talked about, hey, you have to be cautious of his minutes. Do you load manage him? LeBron James is an absolute machine, but there's no doubt he needs the full cast in order for this team to reach their potential.
An all-time great player, and he understands history. And at this point in his career, Jay can't be missing games. If you want to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer, these regular season games have to matter, especially with AD being out. And so it's going to be important for the Lakers to try to maintain something of a consistency in the Western Conference so that they're not so far behind if AD returns.
Okay, look, we got two superstars, two MVPs in this game. LeBron James, we got Steph Curry. If you're a defense facing either one of these, who do you fear the most as a scorer?
So actually this answer is Steph Curry, because normally it's about scoring effectively underneath the bucket. So that's like Wilt and Shaq. And then Steph just elongated the game and took it to half court. So he's the answer to this.
Jay Will?
I would say Steph, just because when Steph scores, MT, like those are momentum plays. Like they're one of the most exciting teams to watch in the league. But like when he gets going, you just feel the momentum start to shift for this team, because when he sees the ball goes in, all of a sudden Draymond Green has way more confidence with the pace he plays. Then Andrew Wiggins starts taking shots. Like he is the momentum builder for this team, and he's the thing that propels them forward.
Yeah, I think a defense fears three more. I think a team fears LeBron James more. I think LeBron can impact winning in so many different ways, but certainly offensively, guys like Steph Curry, James Harden, just put so much pressure on any defense they face.
All right, we've been talking about what Dennis Schroeder has been able to add, and obviously, Jay, you've discussed it, missed 4 games because of the health and safety protocols. His difference was felt in that win against the Trailblazers. What does he add? What is his impact?
Well, look, first off, I mean, even though Dame had 35 MT, like he picked Dame up around half court each and every time. Like he was a pest, and that long wingspan he has of his really does a really good job of deflecting a lot of balls defensively. And then I would say offensively, the way you can use him in pick and rolls, like J. Rose, he snaked a couple of pick and rolls, got in there, made some mid-range jumpers, made some nice easy dives, made some passes, and you just didn't feel like LeBron James had to carry that burden of creating everything offensively every time they came to a half-court set.
You know what, J. Rose? You tried to get to this in a bump, but we're going to bring it back. James Wiseman. He missed 11 straight games earlier this month with a wrist injury, but the rookie has looked pretty good.
This is a different look for the Warriors under Steph Curry's leadership because they have an anchor down low that they should feature, get him some shots, and see if he can develop and all of a sudden extend their dynasty if he becomes a terrific player.
Okay, now this question was not in the rundown, so I'm putting y'all on the spot. And Jay, we'll start with you. Who has the better supporting cast, LeBron James or Steph Curry?
I'll go with LeBron James. I mean, at full health. I mean, full health, obviously having AD there makes a world of a difference, but even having Dennis Schroeder there. And everybody tried to say that, look, the Lakers bench is exposed. The thing that happens when you bring Dennis Schroeder back, guys can revert back to roles that they feel comfortable in, right? So if that's, hey, KCP knocking down shots, attacking, getting to the rim, if that's guys like Alex Caruso playing defense, not feeling the need to score, guys can revert back to who they are and not try to be something other than that.
I agree. The Los Angeles Lakers, because the 2 favorites of 6 men of the year last season are both on their team. We just talked about one, and the other is Montrezl Harrell, who, when we played the 2 Chainz record, I realized they look similar.
Yeah, they've been on the court at the same time, and you're right. I was a little confused. I didn't know if 2 Chainz was about to come off the sideline and start playing. Jay Will, thanks for joining us. You got one more job to go do. Woj, always appreciated. Jalen Rose and I will be here with you at halftime, but for now, you are in the very capable hands of Dave Pasch, Richard Jefferson, and George Sedano.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California, where the winners of 5 of the last 6 NBA championships square off downtown at Staples Center. Welcome to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. 7 titles and 6 MVP awards combined between future Hall of Famers LeBron James and Steph Curry. Tonight, they meet again as the Lakers host the Warriors. Hi, everybody. Dave Pasch alongside Richard Jefferson. LeBron James having another MVP caliber season as the Lakers are in second place in the Western Conference. And RJ, you look at what LeBron's doing this year. First of all, most players won't play half as long as LeBron. And all of them dream about having the type of season that he's having in year 18.
I'm telling you, there's Hall of Famers that wish that they had careers and years like this individual has had. Just this year alone, 18 years, 25 points a game again this year. He's pretty much done that throughout his entire career. 17 straight games as a starter. It's just like you keep going. But more importantly, this year, 0 games missed. That is a big number, and that's one of the reasons why he is a favorite for the MVP this year.
Almost single-handedly beat the Blazers the other night at 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, as the Lakers move to second place in the West. Meanwhile, the Warriors are now in 7th in the West. They've won 3 in a row. It's been 5 years, RJ, since Steph Curry won his unanimous MVP award. And you could make the case that right now he's playing as well as he did in 2016.
He is, and it's so impressive watching Steph. You know, when you have that injury, you saw with LeBron a few years ago, when you have an injury and you get forced time off, especially after going to 5 straight finals, you know what? You get some legs back. You get some pop. You can shoot a 34-foot shot with 20 seconds to go in the shot clock. That's just unheard of. And then, again, playing with Draymond Green, Steph Curry. Draymond's able to drop passes because he can read how teams are guarding Steph. Steph creates so much confusion with his movement, and then there's just times where it's just like, it's just unfair. This is when players get annoyed. It's just like, all right, dude, I can't guard you at the 30-foot line, and then you're just able to flip shots up behind your head. Good for you, Steph.
That's our goal of the moment, brought to you by McDonald's. Curry is leading the league in scoring in the month of February. Draymond Green leading the league in assists. He's a big reason why the Warriors have won 3 in a row. And when we come back, Steph Curry sits down with our George Sedano. Then it's the Warriors and Lakers from Staples.
NBA Courtside is presented by McDonald's.
From Rally to Road, the all-new GR Yaris Rally. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Keeping your body in perfect shape isn't always easy. Fortunately, keeping your hair in perfect shape is. The Crew Cut exclusive to Shaver Shop with Japanese steel blades which cut in any direction. The Crew Cut from VS Sassoon. The clipper has evolved.
New Rainbow Bursties make Hungry Jack's frozen drinks more fun with bursting bubbles of triple bursty flavour sensation. Or add Rainbow Bursties to new bubblegum frozens. Get more flavour and fun with Rainbow Bursties, only at Hungry Jack's.
At Bet365, we're always innovating.
Expect the awesome in NBL 21.
What time is it? You already know. Time to answer questions with championships. Time to be recognized, posterized, criticized.
They didn't show up in the big game.
It's time to get this thing started so we can see how it all ends.
The UFC's elite unite for one incredible night. In a mega main card for the ages, 4 of the premier mixed martial arts will battle for the title. This is one of the most incredible athletes you will ever see. But first, will up-and-coming contenders rise to the occasion? Those guys just have it. One night, one cage, no turning back. UFC 259, Sunday on ESPN.
Welcome back to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. We're here with Steph Curry of the Warriors. Steph, you guys are on a 3-game win streak right now, and that's the longest streak you've had all season. What has been coming together for you guys? What has it been like here recently?
This whole season's been an emotional roller coaster. I mean, we haven't, up until last game, we hadn't lost 3 in a row, haven't won 3 in a row. And all of it's just a learning curve of trying to, gel a bunch of new faces, some of the veterans and some of the young guys, and find an identity. I mean, any successful NBA team has an identity that they can rely on, and that's been developing for us every game.
What about for you individually, coming off the injury, to have this kind of season, very similar numbers to your MVP type season? What is it like for you to just kind of play with the joy that you have always played with?
I mean, I just thankful to God that I'm healthy. Last year was rough, and missing that much time, and there's the most time I had been away from the game, and to be able to just again be healthy, feeling great and strong physically. Like you said, get back to the joy that I love to play with, having fun, and just letting loose out there. I've missed it.
And how much fun, speaking of fun, is it to watch your teammate Draymond Green right now and him riding shotgun with you, leading this particular team? He's on an incredible streak right now as far as assists are concerned. What is it like to see Draymond playing at this level?
It's awesome. You know, he had a rough start to the season physically, you know, with a couple injuries and setbacks. And I think he's just been wanting to let basketball be the only thing that he has to worry about. And you just see the way he's dominating the game on both ends. We obviously know what he is defensively, is the best defender in the league. But, you know, when he's able to turn that into confidence and momentum in the offensive end, he's an unbelievable playmaker. It's been fun to watch, and I know he's just loving playing basketball right now.
And your influence obviously goes beyond the court as well. You and your wife, Aisha, with the Eat, Learn, Play Foundation and initiative, over 16 million meals to people in the Oakland area. How does that feel? What was that like? How did that all even come together?
It's amazing to be able to help support, you know, your community. And I think a lot of this is continue to build awareness about issues that are happening right in our backyard. Food insecurity is a huge issue that not many people know how, you know, the gravity of it. And, you know, with the pandemic and it only increased that need even more. And so thankfully, you know, we were able to spring into action really quickly. Like I said, 16 million meals is unbelievable, but that need is going to continue. You know, me and my wife are happy to be in a position to pull those resources together to help our community. And, you know, whether you hear about it or not, that's going to continue.
We also know you're a pretty good golfer, and there's been a story out about you helping HB program
to do a screener for this project that I was producing, and I met a student named Otis Ferguson IV, position to pull those resources together to help our community. And, you know, I was talking about his passion for
active, and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
So in at the point.
to pull those resources together to help our community. And, you know,
when you reflect upon those battles, what comes to mind?
Just excellence in terms of the level that we were playing at, and our respective teams. You know, 4 straight years playing each other in the finals, and that back and forth. Those are memories you'll have forever. The stakes at the highest in the world. So, you know, that competition brought the best out of both of us. And again, I'm sure when it's all said and done, you know, 10, 15 years from now, we'll grab a glass of wine and talk about the battles. But you know, still more work to be done.
Steph Curry, thank you so much for the time, man. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thanks again.
No problem.
From Rally to Road, the all-new GR Yaris Rally. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
Introducing Macca's new fruit smoothies with no added sugar and protein options. And new salads with 100% Aussie RSPCA approved chicken breast. Or try the new chicken wraps in honey soy or aioli flavors. All prepared to order. There's more to love at Macca's.
Ned's Same Race Multi, now available on all 3 racing codes. Head to the Same Race Multi tab in your selected Thoroughbred, Greyhound or Harness race and pump up your odds by selecting 2, 3 or 4 runners to finish anywhere inside the top 4. Ned's Same Race Multi, available every day on all 3 racing codes. Take it to the Ned's level. Don't chase your losses, walk away. Gamble responsibly.
Keeping your body in perfect shape isn't always easy. Fortunately, keeping your hair in perfect shape is. The Crew Cut exclusive to Shaver Shop with Japanese steel blades which cut in any direction. The Crew Cut from VS Sassoon. The clipper has evolved.
The Big Show, 9 teams, Doubleheaders galore. There can only be one winner, and boys, it's going to be an absolute feast of basketball. It's going to be very, very fun.
Himself. Oh! Nathan Sobey soared through the air. Oh my goodness.
Bryce. Oh, nobody does it better than Bryce Thompson. And expect the awesome in NBL 21.
What time is it? You already know. Time to answer questions with championships. Time to be recognized, posterized, criticized.
They didn't show up in the big game.
It's time to get this thing started so we can see how it all ends.
The NHL on ESPN. With their captain back on the ice, the Flyers are poised to make a strong push for the top of the standings. But first, they must make it past a surging Penguins team.
Crosby's in. He scored!
In this crucial East Division showdown.
Flyers score!
Flyers, Penguins, Friday on ESPN2.
These teams mean more to us than just a win or a loss.
They gon' say it with me like a fight song.
They're an extension, an amplification of our voice.
Listen to our communities, listen to our people.
To speak for those that can't speak for themselves.
Especially here in LA.
Especially here in Oakland. I'm focused. For the streets, I can't listen. The game colors, the community. Cause every shot I take is every shot I hit.
The town. An undisputed legacy of changing the game.
62!
My long-range shot, my Steph Curry impression.
And giving y'all the game.
Let's go!
Spread the game around. LA, big city of dreams.
All-star point guard, dribble, drive, kick out. Triple doubles, I bubbles, and then I dip out.
Icons on the court, icons everywhere. I'm locked in, kind of like the mama do.
The game is the game. But now,
part of the movement.
Of this moment.
We celebrate Black excellence every single day.
Warriors, Lakers,
ballers, no doubt.
We're leaving a legacy here.
But brothers too.
Doing what they do on the court
and what they can do for the culture.
I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay.
Welcome to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm. The Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers meet for the second time this season. The Warriors won in LA last month by 2. Warriors currently 19-15, 7th place in the Western Conference. The Lakers at 23-11. They ended a 4-game losing streak Friday, beating Portland here at home. For the Warriors, it'll be Oubre, who's played great the last month, along with Green, Curry, Wiggins, and Kevon Looney. Caldwell Pope, Dennis Schroeder, who is back, his second game back after missing 4 due to health and safety protocols. When he was out, the Lakers didn't win a game. He came back on Friday night and played great, scored 22 points, his 7th 20-point game this season for LA.
Yeah, they were excited to have him back. You could see the defensive energy had picked up, and then just the point of attack on offense. He was ready to go.
We're going to start with Ugon James. LeBron on the attack. He thought he was fouled, no call. And here's Draymond leading the NBA in assists in February. And a foul is called here as Wiggins got pushed. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, there was a little something on that push.
First personal, first team foul. Andrew Wiggins, 2 shots.
So Wiggins in his 7th year out of Kansas. He was traded to Golden State last February by Minnesota for D'Angelo Russell. And they really think once Klay Thompson comes back next season, that when Andrew Wiggins is truly in a role as a number 3 scorer, that he'll be able to excel. Klay is here tonight. Obviously went to high school in LA. Dad calls the Laker games. Klay's brother hit a home run today. Trace Thompson, by the way, for the Diamondbacks, trying to make that team. Wiggins goes 1 of 2 at the line.
Well, with Andrew Wiggins, it's so unique because every time you talk about can he be your player, can they be your second player, as Marc Gasol knocks down the little layup and one. Look at this two-man game. This is one of the things that you were missing with Schroeder out, this two-man game, the ability to put other players in a position to score. Now you have multiple players that can do that. It's not just LeBron James, but now you got Dennis back, and it opens things up on the offensive end for everyone.
Wiggins picked up the foul. Gasol hits the free throw. Mark in his 13th year. 11 with Memphis, then went to Toronto that season that the Raptors won the championship. 36 years old. Good play by LeBron James, who had 4 steals and 3 blocks on Friday night. Bad pass there, picked off by Wiggins. Warriors with their first 3-game win streak since December of 2019 when they won 4 in a row. Oubre is averaging 21 points per game in the month of February. Got off to a slow start. Morris making his 3rd straight start. Kyle Kuzma has been coming off the bench the last few games. Good pass by Schroeder, and they're going to call a foul here. Boy, it looked like a good block on Looney. Instead, he picks up the personal.
And great job by Morris. He had Steph on the post. He threw the ball out because they double-teamed him, but he didn't give up. It wasn't the play was over. He then moved to the other block to try and get Steph on the post. Great pass by Dennis, and way to draw the foul.
All career lows in points and minutes shooting for Markieff Morris, but a guy that brings toughness and energy. He was very important to the Lakers' title run in the bubble over the summer.
And him and Wesley Matthews have struggled a little bit over times this season, but they're going to be so important in the long haul. That's where their value. When you start looking at other teams that they could potentially play, whether it's the Clippers, his defense, his toughness against a guy like Paul George or against Kawhi is going to be needed.
Oubre with the slam. Great pass by Curry. And you see the athletic ability of Kelly Oubre. Played very well with the Suns last year before he got hurt. Morris from the corner tries a 3 and hits it.
Just great ball movement by the Lakers. Everyone touching it.
No look pass by Curry. Looney goes to the other side, missed the shot. Good D by Gasol. And Lakers looking to push tempo. Oubre trying to find James. Schroeder blows by his man and scores.
Laker fans are so glad to have him back in the lineup now. During that 4-game losing streak, Schroeder and Anthony Davis both were out, so it wasn't just his absence, but when he's back on the court, his ability, you see him, he's picking up Steph full court. He is doing a little bit of everything for this team, and he also makes it so much easier on LeBron James because he's able to create for other players and himself.
In his 8th year out of Germany, he's with Oklahoma City, most recently, and then traded for Danny Green as LeBron James drills a 3-pointer. He's averaging a career high in terms of made threes per game. That's one of the adjustments he's made in year 18, taking more threes and making more than anybody on the team. Wiggins misses badly. Gasol with a rebound. Gasol driving. Morris with the blow by. Out to Schroeder. Not a great 3-point shooter, just 32%, but they get a second chance here. Gasol will try it. That's good. And the Lakers off to a great start. 15-3 they lead.
They are shooting the laces off of that ball right now.
11-0 run. Steph trying to get some airspace. Taking one shot, and that was a contested 3. He's got Gasol on him right here. James coming with the double. Timer's at 4. Oubre trying to go baseline, spins, and looked like he just lost the ball. I'm going to say it was touched last though by the Lakers. 0.9 to shoot.
Just good ball movement, swinging. Ron steps up, knocks it down. The Lakers are just moving the ball so well. Everyone's touching it. They're making the right play at the right time, and then the guys that need to shoot are stepping into these shots with confidence.
Draymond got rid of it in time and hits the shot Just to finish up on your point on the Lakers offensively, Richard, I did the game Wednesday against Utah, so having done 3 straight games and getting a chance to watch the difference that Schroeder makes, I mean, it's night and day watching him Wednesday against the Jazz. Now, I know that's one of the best teams, maybe the best team right now in the NBA, and then watching Friday and then early on here today.
Well, as great as LeBron James is, when you lose Anthony Davis and you lose Schroeder at the same time, you're losing 2 scorers, you're losing 2 playmakers. So, even though he's having an MVP season, but a lot of that has been because he has all the pieces around you. When those pieces start to go, you're asked to do so much more. I know we joked about him saying he doesn't get tired, but everyone gets tired and everyone needs help.
Gasol again with a 3. That's 4 threes already for the Lakers and an 18-5 lead. Anthony Davis missing his 7th straight game with a calf injury. The Lakers right now rolling without AD. 18-5 they lead.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by PlayStation 5. Play has no limit.
This ESPN telecast is brought to you by Shaver Shop.
2K21, straight swagging. No, I've been running my foot on the pedal, racing for the shot. Money that motivates till I'm seeing races. I'm just chilling in the middle, feeling like I'm ready. Running my foot on the pedal, racing for the shot.
Yes, soon. The Clipper has evolved.
The big show, 9 teams, double-headers galore. There can only be one winner, and boys, it's an absolute feast of basketball. It's going to be very, very fun.
Himself. Oh! Nathan Sobey soared through the air. Oh my goodness.
Bryce. Oh, nobody does it better than Bryce Cox. And expect the awesome in NBL 21.
What time is it? You already know. Time to answer questions with championships. Time to be recognized, posterized, criticized.
They didn't show up in the big game.
It's time to get this thing started so we can see how it all ends.
The UFC's elite unite for one incredible night. In a mega main card for the ages, 4 of the premier mixed martial arts will battle for the title.
This is one of the most incredible athletes you will ever see.
But first, will up-and-coming contenders rise to the occasion?
Some guys just have it.
One night, one cage, no turning back. UFC 259, Sunday on ESPN.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross on ESPN2 in the ESPN app.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. The Lakers at 23-11, second place in the West. AD missing his 7th straight game and the 12th game that he's missed this season. Lakers are 6-5 without him. In 4 of those games, they didn't have Davis or Schroeder. Expected to miss a few more weeks with that calf injury, and they want to be extra careful and not rush AD back at all. As Looney misses inside, and Gasol has been really impactful on both ends of the floor. Clears. James bumped, and he'll go to the line with Wiggins, picking up his 2nd foul already.
And with no Wiseman, obviously Looney, the Lakers' size, that's one of the areas that the Warriors were always so good with the small ball, the ability to switch, and their ability to force you into playing in front of players. But, obviously this team is different. And right now, without Wiseman on the floor, they don't have a ton of size. Looney's a bit undersized. And so, that's one area where the Warriors have, I don't want to say struggled, but it's been an area where they can be vulnerable.
Wiseman was hurt, missed about 3 weeks with a wrist injury. He has played the last 3 games and showing all the skills that we saw in high school. We barely saw it in Memphis. He only played 3 games last year. And Steve Kerr told us earlier today they're trying to figure out, okay, we trust Looney because he's a veteran. He knows how to play. You brought this up with Steph. It's a learning curve, learning how to play with Steph Curry. And so as Wiseman's about to check in, they're trying to determine, hey, we got to make the playoffs. That's the goal. But we obviously want to make sure that we allow our rookie to mature and get some playing time. Curry with a steal off the bad pass by Caldwell Pope. Curry yet to score. Here is Bazemore drilling the triple.
And that's one of those ones. I know Caldwell got stuck in the air, but you still got to shoot it. Put it up on the rim. Shoot a little floater. But when you're running that fast, that was a great pass by Schroeder. You still got to put it up on the rim.
And on the other end, Curry with 3 assists despite not scoring. Here's James, who has 5 points already for Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. He'll take another 3. Same spot. He made one earlier. So LeBron with 8 already.
There's not much more you can do. Right now, the Lakers are shooting 83% from 3.
Green throws it down. Gasol wanted no part of that as Draymond went strong to the rim.
When your passing ability is so impressive that teams don't really close on you. Great drive and finish by Draymond Green.
Good pass inside, and Oubre fouls Morris. Warriors are already over the limit.
And Draymond Green, great pass, but he's rolling to the rim. Now, you know that he's one of the best assist guys out there right now. Just had 19 assists the other night, but if you don't close in him, that's where he does a really good job of it. I know the Warriors would love to see him score a little bit more, maybe be aggressive, but he just offers you so many other things, especially, if he's not shooting the ball particularly well.
Got off to a slow start, but he was injured, and then went through the COVID health and safety protocol. Fully healthy right now, playing great basketball. More assists than points this year. That's only been done by, 3 guys in the last 25 years?
Yes. I know we have a graphic for it, so I don't
You don't want to give it away?
I don't want to give it away.
But let's give one hint. One of the 3 is one of our colleagues.
Yeah. And in the building right now. One of the other 3 is in the building.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, one of the 3 is in the building.
Nice. Here's Curry with a step back. It's good and a foul. A 4-point chance for Steph Curry. First basket tonight for the 2-time MVP.
I only laugh because I still have PTSD from trying to contest but not get into his space. And it's like you're doing this dance where you got to get a contest on the greatest shooter we've ever seen. But if you get too close, it is a foul every time. And pretty much when he's shooting 99% from the free throw line, just a shade under 99%.
Yeah, officially 94. You played with Steph early in his career. Did you know then that he would be one of the best of all time?
Well, he broke the 3-point record my 1 full season in Golden State, so you saw that he had all of the making for greatness, and it was such an impressive year going to the second round that year, ultimately losing to the Spurs. But one thing I knew is that his personality and how he was as a leader and how he played the game, you knew that he was going to be a center point for a great team for a long time.
Gorgeous finish by Oubre. So talented. Gets the basket and a foul. He'll go to the line. Foul was on Caldwell Pope. That is his first and the team's 3rd foul. Sixth year out of Kansas. And he's leading the Warriors right now with 5 points. 9 points for Gasol to top the Lakers. That's double his average on the season. LeBron James has 8 points. Caruso backdoor. That was a great look by Gasol. Caruso couldn't finish, and the Warriors have numbers. Curry said throw it to the corner to Bazemore. He missed the shot. Batted out to Caldwell Pope.
What's so funny about that play is that most of the time you're trying to stop the ball, but instead they're running to Curry.
K21, straight swagging. No, I've been running my foot on the pedal, racing flash. Money that motivates cause I'm seeing races. I'm just chilling in the pedal. Feeling like I'm ready, how bulletproof it in the booth. I'm groovy like I'm Jet. No, I'm so any that put on a bunch of women in the pedal like I'm Shaq. Watch out, ballin'. I'm calling for ballin'. Been running my foot on the pedal, racing flash.
PlayStation.
This Whopper has no beef.
No beef!
Introducing the Rebel Whopper with a patty made from plants.
I've never had plant that tastes like meat before.
Tastes just like a Whopper. It tastes exactly like a Whopper.
New Rebel Whopper. 100% Whopper, 0% beef. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
The big show, 9 teams, double-headers galore. There can only be one winner, and boys, it's an absolute feast of basketball. It's going to be very, very fun.
Himself. Oh! Nathan Sody soars through the air. Oh my goodness.
Bryce. Oh, nobody does it better than Bryce Thompson. And expect the awesome in NBL 21.
What time is it? You already know. Time to answer questions with championships. Time to be recognized, posterized, criticized.
They didn't show up in the big game.
It's time to get this thing started so we can see how it all ends.
The UFC's elite unite for one incredible night. In a mega main card for the ages, 4 of the premier mixed martial arts will battle for the title.
This is one of the most incredible athletes you will ever see.
But first, will up-and-coming contenders rise to the occasion?
Those guys just have it.
One night, one cage, no turning back. UFC 259, Sunday on ESPN.
The NHL on ESPN. With their captain back on the ice, the Flyers are poised to make a strong push for the top of the standings. But first, they must make it past a surging Penguins team.
Crosby's in. He scored!
In this crucial East Division showdown.
Flyers score!
Flyers, Penguins, Friday on ESPN2.
Tonight's difference maker brought to you by CarMax. Draymond Green coming off his first triple-double against Charlotte. He had 19 assists in that game, tying Chris Paul for the most in a single game this season. Here's the shot chart for Draymond Green, 166 points. And then look at the assists. Almost 100 more than that. So here's the answer to the trivia question. The 3 players to finish the season with more assisted points for the last 25 years. Our guy Mark Jackson did it 3 times, and then Rondo and Kidd did it the same year.
That's crazy. Jason Kidd in the building, one of the Laker assistant coaches, and it takes so much unselfishness to do that. You are an unselfish player. That's what Draymond Green is, and he's a leader for this team. I don't know why KCP slowed down.
Still almost made the shot. Caruso got the rebound. I wonder if he thought it was going to be a backcourt violation.
Well, it got tipped. I could see that from here.
And the official kept signaling, too,
like
that it got tipped. There's Schroeder. Fires to Kuzma, who's on the floor. Gets rid of Draymond Green. And Kuzma, who has not been scoring the last couple of games, just 9 points his last 2 outings, knocks down a 3.
Yeah, but you know what he's been doing really well? He's been rebounding and playing defense extremely well. Your shot's going to come and go, but the growth for Kuzma is his ability to continue rebounding and defend. That's what I'm talking about, Kuzma. I'm talking about you go get a steal.
Read that play well, right?
Yeah, that's where he's been finding other ways to contribute. In his prior years, if he wasn't scoring the ball well, he would start to get frustrated or start to shoot a couple of errant shots, but he's done a much better job of contributing in other ways.
They're going to call traveling here on Schroeder, who landed awkwardly. Lost his shoe.
And then here, just playing off your teammates, being patient, pump faking, taking your time. He's in no rush to try and get his shot up. And then here, the defense, just keeping his eye on the ball, making the right plays. That's where Kuzma has really grown a ton in the last couple of years.
Draymond Green faked the pass and gets the easy layup. So Green with 6 points to lead the Warriors in scoring.
And that's what we talked about earlier. When your passing is such a threat, it's going to open up offensive opportunities for you.
A foul on Golden State. They are over the limit. The Lakers are shooting 62% from the floor, 6 of 9 from 3 and 6 of 7 at the line.
We've already seen 2 different roles. Now, Draymond hasn't really been scoring that much, but here, another role, because he's not really that much of a threat. Teams are going to let him shoot from 3 until he gets his percentage up, so he just rolls right to the basket, either makes the pass, and he's starting to finish around the rim.
Bring in George for more on Draymond Green.
You know, guys, Draymond's always been a pretty good passer. He was telling the media in Golden State the other day, but he credits his Uncle Benny for teaching him how to read the game of basketball. He mentioned that his Uncle Benny would teach him and the young kids on his team when he was a kid basically how to read the floor, play help side defense, things of that nature, play the fundamentals, and that they would go sometimes 2 to 3 weeks just drilling those fundamentals, back cuts, setting screens, etc. So he gave a lot of credit to Uncle Benny for teaching him how to understand the game of basketball and, of course, take what the defense gives him. And we've seen a lot of that from him this year, coming off 19 assists the last game.
And he's had 4 games of 15 assists or more this month.
Man.
Schroeder in transition. Pulls up, can't make it. Wiseman with a rebound. 5 assists for Steph Curry. Just 4 points now, 6 as he gets free from Schroeder and gets the layup.
And his movement is so tough. Steph Curry, and you see the Warriors not getting back in transition defense. Those are the things that'll drive a coach nuts. You get a layup on one end, and then you give up a layup on the other end. But Steph Curry's movement is so difficult. He doesn't stop moving. And you're so worried about the three-point shot and him getting not only getting a shot, but getting going from 3, that sometimes these back cuts, especially when Draymond's on the block, that's where he can eat and get easy buckets.
Foul was on Wiseman, his first, and Alex Caruso had a good game against Portland on Friday. He's been up and down. 4th-year pro out of Texas A&M. It's his birthday today, 27 years old. Guy that worked hard to get to this point, was on a 2-way contract as a rookie, but now a valuable part of the rotation. $30 points for the Lakers already in the quarter against the number 4 defense in the NBA in the Warriors. Now, they do give up a lot of points, but excellent field goal percentage defense. Wiseman with the swat on Harrell, who thought he got tripped and fouled, and then Bazemore throws it to nobody.
We got 3 different players talking to referees about specific plays, but here, there was no foul there. Let's see, did he get tripped? No. Looks like he just kind of lost his footing there.
5 turnovers by Golden State, 8 baskets. Schroeder, Caruso, Montrezl Harrell, Kuzma, and Wesley Matthews on the floor for Los Angeles. Matthews in his 12th season out of Marquette, on scoreless in 2 of his last 3 games. Schroeder has Wiseman on him, so he drives and he scores. What a move by Dennis Schroeder.
And I know as a young player, you want to get stops, but that was just a great offensive play. You saw Schroeder give it up so he can have it in a triple threat position.
You saw it in glimpses when he was in Atlanta that he had the potential to be an elite scorer. And then last year in Oklahoma City, had his best year, was runner-up for 6th man of the year. To Montrezl Harrell, who's now a teammate. Schroeder almost made that one, but he's fouled.
And watch this Schroeder drive where he gives up the ball and then gets it back in triple threat because it's so much harder. Now you have the pump fake, you have the ability to raise the defender, but you talk about seeing it in glimpses. It was more than glimpses. Jeff Teague was an all-star in Atlanta, and ultimately they traded Jeff Teague so that Schroeder could be the starting point guard. So Atlanta saw this very, very early. Now, their team didn't have the same amount of success, but I think they saw what he was capable of doing very early.
Where else can a sun rise and buckets fall? Where else can one big man carry a whole city's dreams? And where else can a whole league look to take the throne?
Lakers take on the Suns on Tuesday. Right now they're tied with Phoenix in the loss column for second in the West. Clippers lost today to Milwaukee. Game you saw on ABC. Clippers now with 12 losses on the year. Meanwhile, Milwaukee's won a handful in a row. Oubre, no, boarded by Kuzma. James back on the floor for LA. Schroeder driving again, and how about the block from behind by Mulder? What a pass by James to Harrell, and it was blocked. Here's Curry, gets past Schroeder. Mulder for three, no good. James with the rebound and throws a beautiful down-court pass, but then Draymond Green at the last second, like a DB with the pass breakup.
Great defense by Draymond Green to get that ball away from Kuzma.
Curry from the corner lets it fly. Off the heel, long rebound to Schroeder. Leaves it for James. Fires to Harrell for the slam. First assist tonight for LeBron James. And the Lakers with 36 points in the opening quarter.
The Lakers offense is humming right now.
Up 15 again. James with the steal. Going at Curry, who gets out of the way, and LeBron lays it in. Largest lead of the day for the Lakers.
On a Sunday, you might think on a Sunday you might think that maybe the Warriors were out hanging out.
And meanwhile, there's an injured Warrior. It's Draymond Green, who's hobbling back up the court. And Draymond Green going to stay in the game, it looks like. Had a foot injury at the beginning of the year, so he missed the first few games of the season. He's still wincing in pain, but he's going to try to give it a go. Hard to tell there where it happened. Lee off the mark on the three. Warriors are 2 for 15 from three-point land. They've missed their last 10. Horton Tucker just out-muscles Damian Lee on the drive for the layup.
Right now, the Lakers are just much more physical and aggressive with their approach on the offensive end and defensive end.
Timeout by Steve Kerr with the Lakers up 29 points.
And Horton Tucker just taking it himself, putting that shoulder down and getting the little easy layup.
2K21, straight swagging.